Now, I'm actually mildly surprised that Rango elected to go to Ike against CC.
Cloud's like great for Sonic.
Yeah, and CC says he has a much deeper understanding of this matchup now than the last time they played, so he really thinks he can win this one. That being said, if he does manage to take a game, this is only best of 3.
Okay.
So if CC does manage to take a game, will the Cloud come out? We just saw he has a Cloud, and a very solid Cloud.
Very solid indeed. I really want someone, hey, if you're in the chat and you have mixing tools with music, shout out to Jose JF Free. I would love for someone to make a hard-style techno remix to Sonic's Spin Dash noise. That would be pretty lit, if I might say so myself. Oh, and we got Red Sun Freeternal in the chat here. Where you at, dude? Where you at?
Well, I thought you were going to point out Reflex. You know, Reflex is the homie. He's here to support the Georgia.
Hey, Reflex, glad you're here. Great guy. Wish you could have been here. I like your haircut, by the way. It looks great. Anyways, let's get back to the match. Yeah, CC's just doing really good at kind of keeping away and kind of just aggravating Rango here.
Yeah. Me and CC have this talk a lot where he gets like a small 5% lead and he wants to extend it.
Yeah.
So he ends up getting punished every time he approaches. Especially when at Brawl, I'll just walk up to him and say, CC, stop it. CC, no. CC, look at me.
Stop.
Don't. No.
Right.
So while CC is playing it fairly well, he's not being overly aggressive. He did manage to lose the lead this game.
Right.
I love how we're just making puns on names now in the chat. Look what you started.
I'm sorry.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
All right. So CC is going to be CC. He's actually one of the more aggressive Sonics.
Yes.
He can camp it out if he has to, but most of the time he won't. So
I feel like he kind of determines that based on the freeness of the other the player.
well, I definitely want to call Rango free, but he's still being fairly aggressive.
Right.
Very surprised that didn't kill.
Yeah, that is actually very strange. I just hate how unpunishable that is.
Now, CC definitely kill percent. It's
Very much so.
2.5 minutes in, nobody's died. I like CC just running to the other side. He's like, all right, whiffs a grab, and just runs away. And, I mean, you can't blame him for playing the matchup.
Yeah. And the Bidou taunts here.
Up air approaches from CC.
I've heard that's where the meta's heading, actually. So, yeah. Up air approaches with Sonic and Pac-Man to counter everybody.
Yeah.
Am I right, Hunter? And player one nods in agreement, so I'm probably right.
If this doesn't kill, I will turn the stream off.
Okay, and we're good. Thank goodness. Whew, that was close. So this is yeah, even I mean, let's see if kind of CC can take back the percent lead.
I mean, this is never the position you want to be in as a Sonic.
Yeah,
being behind and then a large deficit against a heavy character who can kill you at like 80%. So things looking a little bit grim for CC despite a good start.
Yeah, Rango just kind of having an answer for each one of CC's approaches. Maybe he should be... Okay, CC definitely isn't spin dashing now. There it is.
Yeah, I mean, you're Sonic. If you're not spin dashing, what are you doing? You're losing.
Why would you try and win neutral when you can just spin dash? Am I right,
well, I mean, that is neutral for him, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want more spin dashes from CC, press 1 in the chat. Press 1. All right. So, okay. CC attempting to bring this back, but that's not going to happen here. We got the Viola forward tilt. Gonna take game 1. Rango. Yes, reflex. Oh, and CC getting that smooth chug action.
That hydration.
That hydration sensation.
Got to stay calm.
Sweep in the nation. Gosh, everyone Ike's moves just sounds like
it's painful.
Yeah.
Just this is gonna be a weird way to describe it, but a nice meaty hit.
Yes,
yeah.
it's like he's hitting him with a steak over and over.
All right, so picking the stage. This is the Sonic stage.
This is the Sonic stage.
For about a year after the last Tipped Off, we played the Tipped Off rule set just because it didn't have Duck Hunt because of him at my locals. And then Duck Hunt started becoming more and more widely accepted as a stage. So I'm like, I guess we'll switch.
Right.
But CC not having a good day. CC definitely not having a good day.
Yeah. You kind of see him shaking his head.
Yeah.
I wonder, is this considered even for Sonic Ike, or is this in Ike's favor? Or is
I'm
Rango
not
just
100%
really,
sure.
really well?
I think I have no idea. Let's ask the chat. Chat.
Hey, chat. Reflex Wonder. What do you think? Hyper mentioning how Ike is a BS character.
You know, I know one person who will agree with him.
Hey, shout outs to my good friend. Yeah.
He usually comes to the tournaments in Athens, right?
Right.
He normally takes all you guys' money.
We just kind of contribute to Cody's college fund here.
Yeah, it's a lot of the same that we do with CC back home too.
Right,
yeah.
right.
He actually made a post in our local group calling all of us out. He's like, you guys are all terrible at this game, and you should get better and stop just giving me free money. He also made a wager. He says if anyone can take a set off, he will buy them Cookout for 3 weeks.
Wow.
Now, if you've ever watched a stream on a Tuesday, you know there's a Cookout right next to our local.
Wow.
So we go to Cookout every Tuesday. So 3 weeks of free Cookout? Yeah.
That's a lot.
It'd be great.
That's a tournament entry right there. So Reflex, thank you for your knowledge. For those of you back home watching, Ike players around the world and the globe have mentioned how Ike is in favor of Sonic. And it's looking pretty true here.
So if you actually read it, he says Ike's have a good history against Sonic.
Oh, I see, I see.
Yeah, but Reflex believes Sonic should win the matchup. Okay. Sonics just have to change up their gameplay a little bit. And unfortunately, this is a best of 3, so that is it for CC in this tournament.
Speaking of